Man, I nearly missed the start of the stream. I was chatting away to TikTok like nothing else mattered, and I totally missed the fact that I need to put the disclaimer up. Anyway, everybody, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. What a very interesting day that we've had in the crypto markets. Bitcoin breaking back above 94,000, Ethereum back at 3,200, Solana back 138. We've got some bullishness on SUI, XRP, some very solid moves out there in the altcoin market. Memes getting absolutely demolished, but what's important is we are definitely seeing some movement and groovement in the market, which, you know, everyone's kind of liked. All right, so we'll get into kind of what's happening. We'll get into a little bit as to why, and we'll get into what comes next. Now, again, I'm just going to kind of flick on a little bit, and you know, it's not often I'm kind of like, oh, well, you know, maybe this channel's kind of better than a lot of people give it credit for. Maybe we're just a bit more of the sophisticated operation here. And obviously I can show you guys here, but look at this. We drew this yesterday. The breakthrough retest into this zone. Boom, boom, shakalaka, bounce to the upside. So it's actually way more interesting when you start to look at it on even lower time frames. I'm not saying I knew what was going to happen, but what I am saying is we got it right, and I think that's important to reference. So we'll get into that as well as some of the macro stuff. I have actually put in the title, like, there is some bad news, all right? This day could have been way crazier, in my opinion, but there was a little bit of let's say apprehension and some data that we maybe didn't quite get that we wanted. So we'll discuss that in as well and everything else. All right. So smash up the like button to brand new all-time high. If it's your first time here, definitely consider subscribing. You've just found, in my opinion, the greatest channel on YouTube. I am obviously biased because it is my channel. Likewise, if you're on TikTok as well, shout out to everybody tuning in on TikTok. We appreciate you guys 100% as well. Also, in other exciting, super cool news, I think I fixed the Discord so that when people join, they can verify. And then once they verify, then we let them in the rest of the Discord. All right. So that should give us a little bit more security in there. Should make it just a little bit more, you know, operational. So if you are interested, and I want to do a quick, just a quick like show of something in a little bit later on for all those premium Discord members, because a few of you have been typing in some of the sort of channels around how to use the bot and etc. So I'm going to show you guys live. The great thing of live streaming every day, I can show you exactly what's going on. So with that being said, I hope you're all sitting down, relaxing, getting ready, because we're about to go a full send mode here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Let's do it. Okay, here is the hour chart on BTC. TikTok, do you want to see this? I always put like, do you want to see it? And then like everyone leaves because maybe you guys don't want to see it. Does that mean I need to rejoin again? Well, I mean, if you're in the Discord, then you're in. If you're not in the Discord, then you're not in. You know what I mean? I don't know if you are, by the way. I haven't really checked it. But if you haven't kept up with your subscription, then you probably aren't. If you have, then you're fine. But yeah, I'm going to show everybody what's going on anyway. So yeah, how are we doing? 2-Bit, Logitech, good to see man. Chipper's here. Selma's here as well. What's going on? ISM bad Japan. Yeah, yeah, exactly that, Robert Dover. We're going to get into all of that sort of stuff. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but hey. So here we go then. BTC sitting at $94,116. And what's interesting to hear, by the way, and you'll see some very, very key levels. We've been discussing this, the 20-day exponential moving average. What did we say yesterday? If we can hold this line, then we would see a move to the upside. Also, if you remember, we put this big orange box and said, look, this is going to be a key level of price activity. Well, look what happened. We broke through. Good volume coming in. Look at this volume down here, by the way. Nice little breakthrough. We then... I'll show the screen. Okay, yeah. All right, no dramas. Just bear with me because it's a little bit... I have to do it this way. So, oh, man. Hold on a minute. Let me just try and... Oh, yeah. Let me just try and do it like that. Okay, can you see the screen like that? Only because it's like... I need to be able to stream it through that, but I am ordering new parts for a PC, so we're going to get it cooking. So don't stress it. But... what you can see here is that we discussed this line yesterday, this 20-day exponential moving average, the big yellow line here that was coming up the chart. And we said, if you remember, expect this breakthrough, this orange box, this key bit of price movement, you know, historical price movement that we've seen over a period of time. And look, that's exactly what we got. So you can see here, we got the break up. What's interesting, though, is we did then get the retest at the low range before coming back up. Another retest of the 20-day exponential moving average. You already know which pattern's playing out right now on the hourly. And then, obviously, we got this break now to the upside, which, again, is very, very good news as well. And if you follow the graph, what do you get? You get a perfect W pattern. W pattern being historically pretty bullish as to where these markets go. Now, look at it in a bigger time frame. Look at that. super bullish move here, and this is playing out from this move that we talked about ages ago. If you remember, and if anyone's in the private Discord group, obviously some of the channel members are, then you can see that we talked about this break here, and we talked about what the potential move of this is going to be. We even discussed the 50-day exponential moving average as a big thing. Now, we could all get our, bands and whistles out and start getting super excited about what's going on, but this is the bull market go or no-go zone that we've had on the chart now for a while, which still, in my opinion, is where we've got to get to in order to see us break above this line. So, yes, markets feel optimistic. I mean, you look at XRP at 10%, SUI at 11%, some big movers in the altcoin market. I think it's a little bit too early, though, to get kind of super crazy bullish and just be like, I'm full sending everything back into the crypto market, because I still think we've just got a little bit further we need to break and sort of confirm this breakout. And again, we've seen some pretty big volatility within the market as well, but if you argue on this structure right now, this is actually a pretty good structure. And if you talked or you saw my update video that came out earlier on, which broke down the whole kind of Venezuela oil stuff and maybe why Trump's going to go into it, and the stuff that no one else is talking about, by the way, like truly in that video, there is stuff that no other channel is discussing that I think has been really, really important. You can see here on the weekly, a perfect break off this very, very important bearish pennant here, and then a break to the upside. So what's important to reference here, though, look, we are starting to get some of the key indicators starting to put back. Yeah, I saw that CryptoFlex absolutely skyrocketing, XCN going freaking wild. Like, I don't believe it broke. I mean, look at this. This is just an insane move. I know I'm jumping ahead, but yeah, pretty crazy. We're going to scoot through some altcoins in just a minute, because yeah, exit pump. Do you think, Jay, sorry. I mean, maybe there is lots of indications that it's probably not, but look, at the same time, if you were buying the bottom of the market and you bought on the fear, then this could be an opportunity to take some little bit of, some profits. There's nothing wrong with that. I would absolutely advocate doing that as well. So, this is a really nice little structure that we're building out here. I think there's a lot of macro, and you could be right that, we actually got some not so good data here today, which we'll discuss in a minute, but this is a great move on BTC. And what I think is good, we're moving with a good bit of volume as well. Now, you could say the argument here, the broader market, still volume is relatively low, all right? It's, we're not in this kind of crazy bull market. If you were to look at the previous moves here, look back to where we peaked on all-time highs, and you could even put this as a horizontal line, by the way. If you were looking at, let's say you were wanting to trade volume as an example, as a, as a sort of key indicator, what's important to reference here is that we are similar, but not quite at the same level. Why did I do that? Not quite at the same level that we want to really see this kind of explosion out. You can see where we get big volatility to the downside. We get some big spike in volumes. We're trending just around right. What we want to see is probably a little bit further to the upside. It's great that it's a Monday. US markets did not dump us. So yeah, all in all, we're optimistic about where we sit. Let me just get rid of this horizontal line right now, just to give you a view on there. So that's kind of where we sit on there. Just a quick look. The total market cap of 3.17 freaking trillion, baby. Which is good. You really think the bull market is back? No, I don't think at all. I don't believe I said the bull market is back at all, actually. I said that my line is here. I'm here, look. Bull market go or no go. We need to get to 99,000 before I even contemplate saying the bull market is back. So, yeah. Here is my line. If we break this green box, then I would absolutely be in a world of saying, yes, I believe the bull market is back on. Until we get here, this is just, it could be a fake out, could be a liquidation event, whatever, right? I'm not in that place, like not in that place at all. So don't mistake my bullishness for the day on my bullishness longer term, all right? So yeah, so I'm not in that place, right? I'm not in that place right now. But overall market 3.17 trillion at 2.7 is a pretty good news story. What's important though here is the total 2, which is everything minus Bitcoin, looking pretty optimistic as well. I have no idea what this really, really bad graph is here. But yeah, again, this is a nice little breakout to the upside as well. US stock market set all-time highs today. Yeah, I know the NASDAQ was flying as well. $10 XRP, come on. I'm down for it. I've got so much going on this desk right now that I'm having to move some stuff around. ISM's didn't move markets today. Well, no, because the ISM wasn't particularly great, in fairness. ISM actually showed, again, a month of contraction. So, yeah, not particularly wonderful. Not particularly wonderful, but, we'll see. But broader market structure here looking pretty optimistic. USD and USDC dominance going down as we see more inflows into those exchanges. Someone just asked on TikTok, what about the 4-hour bear flag? The 4-hour bear flag. You're gonna have to give me a clue here. I don't know if I'm just being stupid or not. I don't necessarily see a 4. Did you say 4-hour, or am I getting confused? Maybe I'm getting confused. Maybe I'm getting confused. I mean, this is still uptrending. As much as people might say, well, yeah, but it's, you know, this is still an uptrend right now, and it's still supported by the 20-day exponential moving average. If you were looking for short-term pushes down in the market, then maybe we lose the 20-day exponential moving average right now, and that probably might signal a slight, you know, reversal perhaps. But, you know, we'll see. I think there's lots of stuff going on, a little bit more macro that we'll sort of touch on in a minute, that is sort of playing out a little bit further. But yeah, it's definitely been a day where you would expect markets to correct, and they kind of haven't really. Bull trap, look, maybe. I think there's a couple of things that we need to understand. Expectation, and we looked at oil really quickly yesterday. Oil's come back up a little bit from where it got that sort of big old wick down, which was the early hours of this morning. You know, market opens and absolutely tanks. So I still think there's definitely a little bit of nervousness around, you know, the whole kind of oil trade, China, Russia, Colombia's kind of coming out now out there. There's definitely some like geopolitical tension that's going on right now. Here is the thing though. If you've got a potential reduction in costs, which essentially bringing energy down will absolutely drive that number, then, you know, people may be tempted to go risk on right now, and it feels sentiment has gone risk on a little bit. So these are some of the key things, in my opinion, just to keep your eyes on. We may get a further push down. Equally, I could see this going a little bit higher. Yeah, you know, I could definitely see us rally. The Japanese stocks look very optimistic. We'll take a look at the pre-markets as we do a little bit later on, but yeah, interestingly enough, the Nikkei and the Hong Kong exchange all look pretty favorable, and there's a little bit of a desire over there. People may be sort of front-running and potential unwind, but, you know, there's definitely optimism. If I was to say to you right now that if you look at Asia, every single expectation of markets are green, every single one of them. So broader markets right now, I know pre-market's a little bit earlier, but yeah, could be pretty interesting as well. We'll touch on that in just a little bit. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, definitely do so. And don't forget, we do have a free Discord if you want to join it. Highly recommend it, by the way. It is cool, all right? Our Discord is super, super cool. Lots of good stuff in there, action-packed. It's full of great community members and much, much more. You got all sorts here. You've just got the general chat. You've got up-to-date news that comes down. You've got all my YouTube content, everything you're going to possibly need. I know you guys can't see it on YouTube, but you can see it here on TikTok. And equally, we now have some pretty cool stuff. If you want a little bit more, by the way, you can get a channel membership. This gives you all the kind of updates in terms of charts that we put out. We put trade alerts out. You know, we talked all about this trade on BTC that came up the other day. So we were talking here, look, you can see this BTC one, 88,890. We were talking about potential breakouts, and we tracked all that the way through as well. So, you know, it's that easy to get involved in. And if you are interested. Now, if you are joining the Discord, by the way, you have to go into the start here bit, follow this process. This will get you verified, and then we'll get you in. So definitely worthwhile, in my opinion, checking out. I will talk about the premium group in a little bit and show you guys what you need to do as well. So that's kind of where we sit on BTC right now. Let's talk about some altcoins really, really quickly, because some altcoins have yet again been skyrocketing. Sorry, let me move this over here, by the way, because someone... Is the person that's just tried to join the Discord in the chat tonight? Because I've just seen someone join in, and hopefully, I think maybe they're in that. It literally says start here. You should be able to type in there. Have you done that? No, not yet. Okay. Loche says, get that whiff moving. Yeah, I mean, memes have been a little bit slow today, but yeah, Bonk, well, let's touch on that in just a minute, because yeah, Bonk's been looking pretty good as well. Lots of build outs on that ecosystem. So let's get into it. So obviously the story so far of the day, XRP absolutely skyrocketed. Now, there's a lot of discussion going on right now about whether this is volume on exchanges. We saw Coinbase dumping, Binance dumping, like everyone's talked about, oh, you know, exchange volume for XRP is significantly low. This might create this spike right now. There isn't, I know the markets are pretty bullish right now, but there isn't any super mega crazy reason that that money print is coming out. What's going on, Johnny? That we are seeing this massive skyrocket here in XRP. But hey, we're going to take it, baby, because why would we not, in my opinion, all right? So yeah, definitely bullish on that. And certainly, in my opinion, we're seeing some very, very optimistic stuff going on in the market. So we're all about that, which is great news as well. Also, you've got Sui skyrocketing. I mean, look at that, 190. Like, holy crap, Sui's going absolutely wild right now. Lots of people super crazy bullish on Sui, up 31.66% in just the last week. So Sui, another one that's absolutely skyrocketing. We do need to be mindful, like I said, a lot of these, when you get big spikes in the market, we do get the capitulation day after. So we could well come back, retest this low range, 183 perhaps. Keep your eyes peeled on that one for sure. Aerodrome, still up at 60 cents. We'll take a look at that APR, by the way. Swift network, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Swift is skyrocketing. XRP is skyrocketing. It's interesting. Good that AVAX is just doing nothing, by the way, and it's at 1%. I'm super bullish on AVAX, by the way. Also within this, you've got a couple of other coins. XDC had a nice little move today. XLM over 6%. Look at XCN, though. 65% and absolutely full max sending right now is pretty interesting. Yeah, Chainlink's having a decent run. Nothing super crazy. I feel like we probably missed that. $14. It's decent on Chainlink. Nothing super crazy. What's interesting is whether Canton Network, I touched on this yesterday. Are you really bullish on AVAX? I just hold it. I'm kind of disappointed with AVAX, in my opinion. I think it's going to come, by the way, but yeah, I'm disappointed with it. I'm not going to lie. Canton Network, we know they have a halving coming up, so people may be front-running the sell on this one, but down a little bit, as is Zcash. We touched on that. Memes, pretty flat. Nothing crazy going on here at the meme coins. Bonk still holding up, and probably is due to push a little bit harder, I think, on Bonk, if it can hold up, and then Pump is sort of coming to the markets. Now, what is interesting, and I think this is where you can kind of align a couple of key points here. Commodities are skyrocketing as well. Gold 4451. So gold looking incredibly bullish. Silver doing exactly the same as well. So commodities are skyrocketing at the same time we are seeing the crypto markets. Now, this should tell you that this isn't just attached to the crypto market. This is actually broader sentiment feels bullish. And I don't really know too much why, other than obviously the fact is that, you know, if the US are going to go and get this oil in Venezuela, and I think you'd be naive to believe that there isn't an idea to do it, in my opinion. And I think the part that they're going to send, you know, Louisiana, Texas, are going to build all the infrastructure and all that, which is essentially Chevron and old infrastructure of the US. Like, you've got to kid yourself. And I think what's going to be interesting is how much is there and how much gets, you know, ciphered. I think I said this 2 days ago, that there'll be a pipe going from Venezuela into the US. I believe anyway. But the broader market's looking pretty good as well. What's interesting, dollar weakening, and then the Russell index looking up pretty good as well. 10 years and 2 years, again, another indicator here that markets are going risk on, which again is good news if you're a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency investor. The fact here that you've got things like the 1 month treasury dumping, the 30-year coming down, the big hit for today, 10-year treasury dropping over 1% is super interesting. Again, if this drops below 3, you know, let's say this goes to like 3.96 or something like that, then, you know, you better believe it. I think if we get 10-year treasury down below 4%, then, you know, you will be hard pressed not to believe we've got something cool coming in the markets. And then look, stocks, where are we at with some of these stocks? Those things worthwhile touching on. Expect some big moves out of, you know, Oracle as we get those kind of data centers back online. Tesla, interestingly enough, was up 3%, even though manufacturing ISM came down because of obviously missed on auto sales, which I think is pretty interesting as well. Obviously, the crypto market's looking bullish on that side as well. So that kind of gives you a bit of a summary where the charts are and where everything sits. I'm going to flip you back TikTok now because we've done the charts. Now you just get to listen to me jibber jabber on for about, oh my God, look how close I am. Oh my gosh, that was super close. Right, let me put you back over here. There you go, TikTok, nice little bit. Do you see us? I mean, here's the thing though. Potentially, because they're going to have to build all this infrastructure. It's not going to be one of those things that just overnight it's in. So they're going to have to build the infrastructure. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it plays out. I mean, oil right now is a price, $58 a barrel. It's pretty cheap, actually, when you think about it. Futures are down, so expect a further push in the markets. Down as well, which is good. So Pepe next target should be around the 9s or deleting the 0. Yeah, I mean, Pepe's been down a little bit today, but, you know, bigger money selling off, going into altcoins. XRP, XLM, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, what's going on, Shine? Go Sui. Fairground's bullish on Sui. Trump said the bull run. Flood markets will oil bring price down. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the biggest thing. James says XRP, baby. Yeah, let's do it, James. What's going on, buddy? Good evening, 2-bit. What's going on, 37? Good to see you, man. Good to see you indeed. Okay, so we're going to keep this up, by the way. We'll let's keep the charts up for BTC. I want to see how we are playing out. Again, short term, great news. Longer term, we sort of need to see where we get to with it. And it's easy to get caught up in the moment. I haven't bought anything. Not that it matters, by the way, because you got to do your own stuff and you got to buy your own coins and, you know, take your own decisions. But I haven't. The only thing I'm doing is a little bit of memes here, a little bit of memes there, the odd DeFi play, nothing crazy. As, you know, broader markets, let's see, like, would you want to be buying Bitcoin on a 4% move? Maybe not. we'll see what it comes out tomorrow. So, good. Okay. Also, Kathy Wood's gone bullish. Hey, good news. Bitcoin's 4-year cycle may no longer be valid. Kathy Wood. Brilliant. Everyone's saying the 4-year cycle's doomed, though, which I think it is anyway. We talked about this the other day. Like, the fact the yearly close was red means that the 4-year cycle's kind of done. So, yeah, but Kathy Wood getting bullish. Right, let's talk about this. ISM data. All right. Let's talk about ISM because it is interesting. And it was a contraction, which I'm surprised about, really. It is a surprise. I did think we were going to get slightly more optimistic views of the ISM data, but hey, it is unfortunately what it is. And, you know, we just have to kind of, what the heck? Oh, come on, bro. I need to think about where I need a new setup in here, man. This is like the most ridiculous thing in the world. My little grommet figure's just fallen off there. Where can I put you? Put you here for now. So yeah, ISM did come in a little bit under where we thought we were going to get, right? Pretty underwhelming. So we got here, you can see on the chart, 47.9. So a 10 straight month of decline in ISM, right? That's kind of not great. You mind looking at USD dominance to a bit there is surprise for our coins showing there. Yeah, I mean, we looked a little bit out about this. So USDT on its way down, as is USDC, but it always will, by the way, because people are going into altcoins. Exchange flows are the big one. We looked at them yesterday, but yeah, I mean, look, still pretty bullish as we walk through this for sure. So yeah, US economy still in the contraction phase. We need ISM above 50 for the real bullish momentum. And actually, again, another reason why the markets probably shouldn't be moving today, which tells you there is something different at play. But what did we get? And I guess what was the kind of view of the ISM? Why did we kind of get this sort of negative? I mean, it is negative, isn't it? We can't really, you know, kind of floss it in any other way. But what's interesting is why, all right? Why? And I think, you know, that's probably the worthwhile understanding of it. So we know auto sales were behind, right? So actually auto sales didn't quite deliver on what we expected, which is why I was surprised that I thought maybe Tesla would kind of be down today, but yeah, not so much. So yeah, we definitely sort of got that, you know, got a little bit of a contraction. We got backlog of orders. So what was some of the key things? You can see it here, by the way, as we break it down. So 44 on the manufacturing backlog of orders. So again, what we need to get out. So car manufacturers, we talked about this on Tesla the other day, really, didn't we? We discussed that, you know, Tesla missed their expectation of cars by about 20,000. It's, you know, not crazy, but it's interesting. Manufacturing employment ticked up a little bit. So that's a good sign that, you know, again, maybe there's optimism that energy costs are going to come down. New orders were down. Were marginally up. Manufacturing prices were flat. Manufacturing production went up as well. So this is good news. But supplier deliveries, bum. Okay, right. Pop quiz, right? Pop quiz. Why would manufacturing supplier deliveries be down? Why would that be bad? Not even bad, really bad, right? It was like nearly 5 points down. Low interest income, money, risk asset. Yeah, James, you absolutely hit the money on the head. Money on the head? Hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what, I think that's exactly what this Venezuela thing is going to do. But yeah, so come on. ISM manufacturing supply deliveries was down. Why would that be down? That's a negative number. So essentially what we're saying here is that companies were paying more for getting goods to them, which essentially is then going to pass it on to the consumer. Trump is part of it. There's another word. Tariffs. Tomato P. You know it. So this is a sign that tariffs are still bad. Oh no. How do you bring tariffs down? Well, you delay them for a year, which is exactly what Trump's done on China. He's also delayed it on things like vanity cabinets, kitchen, all this kind of crazy stuff that was going to come down. He has delayed this for a further week. So that's also interesting. But yeah, ISM manufacturing supply deliveries down nearly 5 points. This is a pure indication that tariffs are still a fact. Or it is worth noting here, don't forget, this is December's read. So you could argue that December's read comes from the most part of like back end of November and into December. So you could say here for a fact that, look, we're still seeing some implications of tariffs, all right? And that's why I think there is no sign of tariffs anymore. It's all about oil, baby. Let's talk about oil. Don't talk about tariffs, talk about oil, right? That's definitely a way better way to look at it. And then, you know, we'll look at the kind of manufacturing ISM for others. It's not really that relevant right now. The fact is, these are the key elements that broke us up. And then, again, another month of contraction, which is why, again, I am urging a little bit of caution with this move in the market because it could absolutely come back down, okay? So, you know, I'm not saying it will. Just saying it's worth airing a little bit of caution. Drill, baby, drill. I mean, that's true in fairness. So that was kind of the bad news. Aligned to a couple of other things we'll touch on in a minute. You know, Japan, for example, interest rates expectation is going to go up. They actually did tick up a little bit further today, but no one seems to be really talking about it, which made me think, did I just get it wrong? But I definitely saw the fact that the Japanese bank interest rates did tick up a little bit. Not crazy numbers, but they did. Trump renegotiated lower past the tariffs. Is that true? I'd love that if that was true. So yeah, so again, we can go through all this. There's not really any point. I don't think anyone's that particularly bothered about it, but worth noting, all right? Worth noting that we saw a decline on a number of it. The big one is this. If we didn't have the manufacturing supply deliveries down by such a big number, we probably wouldn't have been that far away, in my opinion, right? I don't think we would have been that far away, and therefore that would have probably seen us be even more bullish, okay? It would be interesting. Will they make a landman series in Venezuela? I mean, I think people are naive that they're like, no, Trump's not, like, don't get me wrong. I sit on the side of good if there was a good versus evil and all that kind of stuff, but he's definitely going to go and grab some oil. No way. He'll just say like it's a, oil tax or something, I'm sure. Anyway, right, that is the manufacturing data that I think is worthwhile touching on. And then obviously we discussed it here as well a little bit. So you can kind of see where that is playing out. The view, by the way, on October's number was that this was kind of a little bit of a bubble, that people are like, oh, it's fine, like less tariff news. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe January, cost of goods coming down may actually still be good news. Question mark says, why is Pepe still holding up strong? Lots of people bought a lot of Pepe yesterday. And if you believe that this bull market is back on and that we're going, to the moon, then, something like Pepe is, and we talk about this a little bit on the channel, it's what you believe is undervalued or not. Does Bitcoin feel undervalued at 93? Probably, because it's rallied to 125. So I think people just speculated. Again, another indication for me that yesterday and today, people were risk on. Like, people have definitely gone risk on a little bit. So worth noting, by the way. Worth noting. What's going on, Holmes? It's been a minute. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Man, that stuff does not carry market weight much. What ISM stuff, Marty? And by the way, I probably agree with you to a certain extent. I think it's loads of other bits, isn't it? It's what one leads to another that indicates something else is kind of doing this, which makes you think, well, maybe that's, I think you can't pinpoint one thing right now and be like, man, if that's good, we're going to the freaking moon, baby. But it's part of a broader picture, isn't it? I guess everyone's looking at the economy and wondering what's going to happen. We know if things go up, costs go up, prices go up, markets go down. Like, that's just how life works, isn't it? So, yes, look, everyone was talking about this. Japan's 10-year government bond yield surged 2.12, highest since 1999. The 30-year yield to 3.46, highest on record. So, maybe it was this I saw. I definitely thought I'd see. Maybe it was this, by the way. But what is worth noting here, by the way, is that they are expecting higher deficit spending as the government has approved $780 billion budget for 2026. So Japan's kind of like trying to stimulate their economy. I don't want to get too much into this. We've done a load on this before and where we are. Generally speaking, if the carry trade is a big thing, and I couldn't find any data to support the argument here, and I haven't seen it on other people's channels, but if you're in a world where you say, well, the carry trade's still really big, people are still leveraging money in Japan and buying US stocks with it, then yeah, we're probably going to see some pain. I just don't think it's as big as a lot of people believe right now. I think that massive unwind that happens last year is as bad as it's probably going to get. There might be a little bit, but I mean, the last one was nothing, and you'd argue that we're even higher now on some of these yields. So it's like, well, why would they be still in the US? I mean, that might be an indication as to why we've seen the US 10-year, 2 years all drop. Maybe the 30-year as well, perhaps. It's difficult to tell, really. Do you think Iran having a regime change will also affect the markets? No, not really. Only from a destabilization. I mean, Iran don't have any sort of big hold on the markets. It's not like it's not like they're going to dump loads of oil in the markets. If I was to say, and by the way, I'm not being a dickhead here when I say this, but what would a regime change in Iran do other than actually probably make the country a little bit better? I don't believe they're going to put anything into the global economy per se. I mean, they might do a little bit, but if you think that's what it is. So destabilization may be about as bad as it gets. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh man, I can do that, man. There we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything organized in my life. New to the game, realistically, what price would you sell Monad for if it pumps? It is short-term hold or long-term hold? I mean, we can touch on Monad in a little bit. Their ecosystem is set for a bigger move. Again, it feels a little bit quiet on Monad. I quite like it in fairness, but it's got a bit quiet at the minute. It's gone a bit quiet, but yeah. Is your 2Light under the weather tonight, 2-bit? Oh no. Someone unplugged it. Bro, come on. I didn't even realize it was off. Didn't even realize it was off. Lots of oil, Sergio. Yeah, you know it, baby. You know it, baby. Is it back on? Hello? Oh, there we are. There you go. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, right. So we talked a little bit about oil. I probably want to get a little bit more into it. I don't want to go too deep into the oil scenario because I think everyone's pretty clued up on what's going to happen. But there was a really interesting article by the BBC that, you know, talked a little bit about how it'll all work. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I sort of broke it down a little bit on the video earlier on. It's going to cost an absolute crap ton of money to get the infrastructure built in there. Like, you're talking billions upon billions of dollars. You'd argue there's going to be a bit of a front run, so Chevron and some of the others are going to want to get it. It's a slightly different type of oil that you get in Saudi Arabia, but expectations are it's a pretty freaking big supply. 313 billion barrels that they expect, actually, given new eras of refinement. It could even be further, which is kind of insane. So there you go, 303 barrels, which is a fair old chunk of change. You can see there, look, estimate of proven crude oil, which I'm not very good at history, by the way. XRP's rising, BTC falling. I mean, you're going to get a little bit of chop right now. It's 94k. XRP up 11.5. Yeah, Sui, man, is insane. Do we think we'll see $2 on Sui? Like, what? Whose country does Trump target next? Greenland. Well, the Greenland conversation is pretty wild, isn't it? Have you seen that? And you've got, like, the Denmark president going, nah, bro. That's not happening. That's not happening. But yeah, Venezuela used to be, like, super, super rich. And yeah, this whole thing is, you know, pretty insane. But it is slightly different. And also, you know, if they're going to go and dump all this infrastructure in, it's a bit like, you know, when, you know, you give something, you kind of want something in return, don't you? So, you know, I definitely think we'll see that, which is kind of probably what people are pricing in, to be honest. Virtuals are flying, are they? Let me bring it over here and I'll bring that up. Let's have a look. So, yeah, so I think that's going to be interesting as it plays out for sure. And, you know, this will be a moving feast. I don't necessarily think we're going to get anything too crazy announcing that. Man, yeah, 23%, $1.10 on virtuals. That's pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, altcoins definitely are. I mean, it's not great overall, but hey, look, in the short term, you'll take a 25% pump, won't you? Definitely. So yeah, that's kind of where it sits with the oil scenario, which I think is pretty interesting. But it is worth noting there is another thing that allegedly is over there in Venezuela that is even more interesting than the oil scenario, and that is Venezuela's $60 billion Bitcoin shadow reserve. Now, you know, is this something that people are freaking out about? Maybe, maybe not. Intelligence report indicates that the Venezuela regime accumulated a shadow reserve of Bitcoin and Tether, estimated at more than $60 billion. Now, interesting enough, the DOJ actually sold some Bitcoin today, which they said they weren't going to do. Massive choppers. But they did. Dogecoin is about 2%. Memes were yesterday. I mean, it's still moving a little bit, but yeah, memes were yesterday for whatever reason. Today, it's all about freaking Swift Network, XCM, as well as Sui and XRP. Like, whoa, love it. Love it. But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't even know if you can verify this because it must be held somewhere. And that's not a small amount of, you know, Bitcoin, is it? You know, 60 billion. Is a fair old chunk of change. US government. Let's have a look at this. But intelligence cited by whale hunting authorized by Bradley Hope and Clara Preve indicates the accumulation began in 2018, coincided with the aggressive liquidation of the Orinoco Mining Arc's gold reserve. So allegedly they converted loads of gold into BTC, right? You know, I think that's probably where it's interesting. Do you hear that US might confiscate? Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about right now. How they would get it, I don't know. I mean, did you see that California's passed a law, I think it is, that says if you don't, if there is unused or untransacted Bitcoin on a wallet for 3 years, they can just take it. State law, just like, yep, taking your Bitcoin, like, oh, okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Beardy Daddy says, here we seize the Bitcoin. Yeah, that's true. I got a new prediction, 10k XRP end of the year. Let's get it, guys. I'm bullish on that for sure. Right, let me just see if I can... Venezuela... I thought maybe... Venezuela... Maybe someone had put something in, but it doesn't look like it. Venezuela... no, Venus Protocol is about as good as it gets. I was just going to see if we can maybe track a wallet that has it in, so that is not the case. But yeah, maybe this becomes a thing. I think it'd be an interesting statement if they do it. Now, the only thing that I would always err on a slight side of caution is that we haven't actually heard anything being discussed about it. And if they got 600,000 Bitcoin, you know, they might say something. They might say something as well. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, it'd be freaking insane. You would basically then end up with the US government nearly a million Bitcoin. Like, imagine that. Like, they could freaking pay off the debt. It's going to crash the markets. But hey, imagine that. Today, I'm announcing that we will be selling Bitcoin to pay off the US debt. We're going to be great selling debt. You'd be like, oh my God, the market's going to absolutely tank into next year. What is it? $37.5 trillion? I mean, what would they need to sell? Not billion. 37.5 trillion divided by 925,293. You would need, oh yeah, it's not going to work out. You'd need a $40 million Bitcoin. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, good. They might not sell it all, but yeah, it's interesting. It's all about bricks. Yeah, I think it's way deeper than we think it is, but yeah. Curtis says, sorry in work, I missed anyone saying that. What's going on, Curtis? I'm going to hide my biscuit tin. I don't want Trump season here. Can you imagine? Yeah, I know. I don't even know why I thought it would even be close, but yeah, you need a $40 million Bitcoin in order for them to even pay it anywhere near what it needs. I guess if you're selling in oil, that could be interesting. What do they reckon? What do they think it was? $313 billion of barrels, and it's what, $58 a barrel, 18.1 billion. They reckon it could be even more, you know, trillions. It'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty wild if you ask me, but yeah. All behind the curtains, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, here's something you don't see every day, but I thought, do you know what? I have to share this because it's great. Look at this, nearly $500 million of shorts liquidated. Yeah, get out of here, shorts. Oh, dear. Breaking news, Trump told Putin to get out of Ukraine or I'll take control of Venezuela's oil country. Yeah. Can you imagine that? It's just like, that's what he did. He's just like, you either stop it, bro. You either stop it. I'm sending you. You're gonna get out. Oh my gosh, imagine. But yeah, look at that. $500 million in shorts. Remember the last time you saw that? When was the last time you saw that? And do you know what will be interesting? There'll be some big shorts that got liquidated today. Look at some of these. You know, $10 million Ethereum short at 32.45. Interesting, by the way. Bitmine buying a ton of Ethereum, another 33,000 Ethereum dumped into their ETH reserve. So pretty interesting that is happening as well. But yeah, this is great news, by the way. And if you remember yesterday, we were talking a little bit about what were the Bitcoin ETFs doing. BlackRock looked like they were getting ready to buy. And what did they do? Well, they bought a freaking crap ton of Bitcoin today. So, you know, pretty interesting as we walk through. Nearly 3,200, which proves that yesterday when we were looking at it, this indicates what certainly coming out of a weekend anyway, what the demand is for buying more Bitcoin. So did Sailor buy today? I don't know if he did or not. I feel like it is. But, you know, BlackRock, again, look at this. So you can see here, look, these are 3 hours ago, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 18 million. Like, they have absolutely bought like crazy. So this definitely could be something worth keeping an eye out for. It's today alone. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They bought 280 million. They bought what? $350 million worth of Bitcoin today? Is it BlackRock? Do they know what they're doing? What's going on? Probably coincides kind of perfectly with these. If we do the 1 hour and we say 3 hours ago, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they bought this big wick here. So yeah, interesting. Why are BlackRock buying BTC? Their customers want it. You know, holding. So it's interesting when you look at this ETF stuff on here. So when you go to something like coinglass.com/Bitcoin ETF, this is the appetite of their investors. Remember, it's not BlackRock specifically. The way BlackRock gets around it, by the way, is they buy their own ETF, which is kind of wild, but the fact it's allowed is even more insane. But this is what their customers want. So they had demand for about 3,000 Bitcoin today. So they don't carry a lot of liquid reserves. They don't buy Bitcoin just to hold it. They buy it as their customers want it. I think it's a little bit of a con, actually, because I bet you they do something like a 24-hour custody period where you deposit your funds and then you get like you get the benefit like 24 hours or like 2 days later or whatever it is. I bet it's something like that. That's definitely how they do it. It's like, you know, when banks say we need a week to clear your check. It's like, no, you don't. You just give me the money. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, Trump does like Scotland, Celtic FC turn into golf club. Is that a thing? Why do these instructions sell dumps and buy pumps? Well, I mean, you got to understand who these people are. These are just general customers of BlackRock that are going, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to the freaking moon. Like, I need to buy in. Like, stuff, like some of this will definitely be, you know, some sort of FOMO pumping. Like, definitely. So, but that's why you get it, really. But we want them to buy it. We want them to, you know, keep pushing this market higher. Like, that's absolutely what we want to see. So, yeah, full send the market. That's my opinion. So, anyway, we'll keep close to this one. But that's interesting. Right. Now, let's talk about what is coming up. And I guess the debate will be, is this going to be a sustained move? Is it going to collapse? Are we, you know, faking out? And AI optimism triggers surge in the Nikkei 225 and the KOSPI, which we've sort of discussed a little bit, but not too much. Obviously, AI, we know AI, and certainly build-outs of AIs, and we've touched on the Oracle situation, is built out hugely on energy, right? So if you could suddenly unlock loads of free energy, even if Trump doesn't take any of the oil from Venezuela, you're going to get cheaper oil because you're going to get a load more oil coming into the market, right? But yeah, the Nikkei surged 3%, closing at 51,832, where the South Korean KOSPI rose 3%, driven by the AI semiconductor optimism. And if you were curious, by the way, I have the pre-market data here just to go sort of show you. Look at commodities. Man, these look like they are going to go wild tomorrow. Gold and silver look like they're going to absolutely skyrocket. In terms of actually what we're going to get, look at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange up about 8 points. You got 54 points up in Shanghai, 24 up on the STI. So look, lots of expectation here on the Asian markets are going to drive further price. The financial sector is buzzing as semiconductor firms like Samsung and SK Hynix drive market interest, increase foreign investment in the KOSPI to the tune around 2.17 trillion. South Korea, obviously, this is, by the way. What's big in South Korea? Anyone know? XRP. All right, I'm not saying the book, you know, two are linked, but same time, we'll see. The recent surge in Asian markets highlights the pivotal moment where AI technology isn't just an emerging trend, but a catalyst pushing broader market dynamics. We've been saying about the AI bubble for a while, that it's going to continue pushing to the upside as well. So, LK, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome in. It's been a minute. Good to see you. Too bad, is there any big news on MicroStrategy coming out this month? I don't think so. I haven't seen anything. He was talking about buying some more Bitcoin today, but that's about as good as it got, I think. Silver Days, what's going on? XRP, yeah, 232 right now, 11.3. You know, we want to see Bitcoin probably consolidate, a little bit of rotation back into some alts, and then push, close the day at 95k. That'd be pretty bullish, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty bullish. Now, also, if you haven't seen this, some pretty interesting stuff going on at Congress. So the SEC got together to talk about all things crypto, which is great news. They were talking about DeFi, they were talking about regulation, all of that good stuff going on today as well, which is kind of interesting. So, given the fact that, you know, Caroline Crenshaw, see you later, she's been yeeted, then, yeah, you've got a fully Republican SEC. And by the way, generally speaking, SEC Congress people are way more optimistic around crypto innovation, etc. So, yeah, this is a good news story. We'll see. I think we don't get the outcome till maybe tomorrow, the day after, I think it is. But, hey, it's all good news if you ask me. It's all good news if you ask me. Hey, thanks for the follow, everybody, on TikTok, by the way. Don't forget, if you haven't already tapped the screen or locked in a few likes, remember, it does make your day feel a little bit better. So, yeah, get on with it. My opinion. Beeb says, isn't there a vote? That's not on MSTR, though. That's on is it STRC? Which is the which is like the strategy. I don't even know what you call it. Like it's not like the Treasury Reserve. It's like the liquidity fund for MSTR. But yeah, I thought it was there as opposed to MSTR. We take a look at it. Too bad, have you got any hope in for Ondo? Yeah, have you not Andy Babbitt? Bro, come on. They've got the new Ondo summits coming up in about, I think it's about 2 weeks. Like, you should see the people that are presenting it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ondo I'm still pretty bullish on, by the way. Built on XRPL, you're just looking for tokenization. And don't forget, if treasuries as well as the equity markets get tokenized, guess what they're going, baby? Ondo, which is built on Ethereum. So yeah, I still hold my Ondo and I'm still pretty bullish. Yeah, he did buy today, didn't he? What did he buy? I don't know what it was. Anyone know? Excuse me. Company said it bought 1,283 Bitcoin from Jan 1st to Jan 4th using proceeds from stock sales under its ATM program. So yeah, about 1,200, right? About 1,200. So that's what we got. Good. All right. So again, watch out for this one. This this could just give us a little bit more of a broader excitement in the market, right? And probably the first time we'll see whether having a fully Republican SEC is going to make a difference or not. I mean, you'd argue it probably should do, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Don't forget, Michael Saylor, the US CFTC chairman, is also bullish on cryptocurrency as well, which is good. And then finally, probably worth talking about, I haven't been affected by it, but it's also worth noting here, Ledger responding to global e-breach impacting customer orders. No, that's why, booyakasha, I went for a Titan 2, which is an Ellipal wallet. Again, there's a video on my channel, by the way. It's on the home screen. Go and check it out. You can watch that. You can get a discount. Use the code 2BitCrypto. You get 10% off your order if you're interested in not financial advice. Always do your own research, but worthwhile, in my opinion, getting a DeFi wallet. But Ledger has confirmed that recent data exposure affecting some customers originates from its third-party e-commerce partner, Global E, while stressing that its wallets, private keys, and crypto assets were not compromised. All right. We saw this with Ellipal as well. Actually, it's user problems and, third-party integrations that tend to be the problem. But again, I have a Ledger Nano S that I was actually going to get another Ledger product. And then obviously Ellipal were like, hey, why don't you try this product? And yeah, it's pretty cool, in fairness. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool product. And yeah, I also got the X card as well, which is basically like an old school paper wallet, which is also kind of pretty cool as well. But yeah, anyway, check that video out. It's worthwhile. I haven't been affected. I hope nobody is. In days like this, by the way, I just don't enter into them. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm not signing into my wallet. I'm not connected to the internet. Like, let them get their shit sorted out, and then we'll kind of do it. Yeah, Tangem's good as well. Yeah, and I can't remember another one as well. I can't remember, but yeah, Tangem's pretty good as well. Get a DeFi wallet, maybe not Ledger. Yeah. Come on in, the rise smells bullish. Beebs, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Right. Okay. Good. What time are we on? Oh my God, it's nearly 25 to 10. We have done markets. We've done that. Done that. Right, cool. Let's keep an eye on what's going on in the price. Let's take any questions you guys have, any thoughts you guys have, views, opinions, whatever else you want to talk about. Let's get into that. I did feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about tonight, but I can't find it. So therefore, there is nothing else to talk about other than maybe what you guys want to get involved in or want to chat about, which I'm all for as well. I think just another breach in the fact that someone was using a third party. Yeah, I mean, probably true. Yeah, it was good, Holmes. Yeah, really good, actually. 3 days away, 3 days off. It was good. It was good, but yeah, bullish on 2026, baby. We're doing it this year. We are officially going to go full-time on cryptocurrency. That's the plan. That's the plan. By the end of this year, 100,000 subscribers, which obviously needs the channel to completely blow up. Let's hopefully get there. And yeah, big plans for this year. So I'm excited. Hopefully you did as well, man. Hopefully everything's all good with you and everything's all good for 2026. I never kept my Ledger once, all the internet, and that's off. I mean, it's probably not a bad shout, in fairness. Probably not. Oh, Altcoin is on the rise. Oh my God, I didn't even see that, bro. Sorry about that. Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin wouldn't be the worst thing in the world with a cool off right now. It's actually a key point. Right now, 93,910 is sort of where we had a sort of chill out zone here. So maybe we just chill for the day and then push a little bit higher. Again, we'll have to see what's going to push the markets tomorrow. What is going to push it? I don't know. Will you be at the Bitcoin conference this year? No, because I can't. I'm flying out to Canada to see Alvin at some point, which is going to be pretty cool. But it's April, right? So we were going to do it, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's in Las Vegas as well. Like, when is it? Yeah, April 27th to the 29th in the Venetian. So yeah, I feel like we say this every year, like, oh, we should definitely go. But I feel like, look, if I'm full-time doing crypto content on YouTube and TikTok, then yeah, 100% I'll be going to this sort of stuff. It's $650 for the Pro Plus. It's $8,000 for the Whale wallet. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. $8,000 for that. Anyway. Probably not just at the minute, but yeah, I'd like to, definitely like to. Close above 94.5k is what I want to see. 94.5k. Yeah. You're probably in line with this, aren't you? In fairness, you're probably in line with, where's 94? Yeah. You're probably right. Anything between probably 94.4, 94.6. Anything like that, I'd be pretty good. I reckon. And if you got there, then, that'd be pretty optimistic. I think the bigger news story is, like, say, with the altcoin market, which is skyrocketing, and not really on any kind of big news, but I think what's important to reference here, I'll tell you what we need to bring up as well. Let's bring up the, I need to save this actually. Let's bring this up just so we can kind of see where the market structure sits right now, because I think this is also worth it. We've been discussing this last couple of days. Let's bring up the order book and see kind of where we are. I mean, look at that. We said, didn't we? We said this 2 days ago. If we saw some key breaks of some certain levels, we could definitely start to see a potential big rally in the market. And, you know, look at this right now. So you have a little bit of 94,200 on BTC. So that's probably the first target you want to see. A break above that, then... I know, but I need to sort that out. Here you go, look, one time. There you go. Can you see it? So that's the liquidity map for the buy orders. So yeah, you can see there 94,200 where my mouse is. 74 Bitcoin is the current sell value. 157 to get above that. 95 looks like a pretty strong sell. Sells order as well. 176.6 on BTC. So, you know, that's kind of where we've got to get to as you know, if we're gonna want to really see something break out, like something go absolutely max full send, then yeah, that'd be good news. That'd be good. Tomato Pete says $100 XRP 2-bit was good. But yeah. If it gets to 10, I'll go. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, look, let's see what these orders are. We just want to see this starting getting wiped out. So BTC is trying to push again a little bit. Nothing super crazy, but it is definitely trying to push a little bit further to the upside. And again, we can see some of these buys coming in here. So you want to sort of see a flurry of, you know, bigger buys coming in. I'm just going to put up on here. Just see if anything's coming out we need on there. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, thoughts, opinions, views, whatever, let me know. And if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, worth noting here. Is it this one? No. Man, it's so annoying when stuff like this happens. If you are interested, and I'm not saying that you have to, and I'm not saying that is the only option you've got, but if you are interested in trading these markets, by the way, remember, you know, volatility is definitely a challenge, but we obviously have a great deal going on with BITUNIX. If you're interested, you got 3 days left to sign up to this exchange, 50% rebates up to $1,000, so you can get some great deals. And yeah, deep liquidity, no KYC, available all over the globe. If you want to and you are interested, head into the Discord. The link is in the links tab in that Discord. So definitely check that one out for sure as well. Good. Man, why can't people do the Discord? It blows my mind. I need someone to join the Discord and just see if it works. Just by the way, if anyone is interested, just because there's a couple of you guys that are premium members. So again, if you want to be a channel member, by the way, dead simple. Just click the join button. It's at the bottom of the screen. It's going to cost you about $5-6 a month, and it supports the channel and all that kind of good stuff. You don't have to. You can join it for free if you are interested. But Future, are you still in the chat? For anyone with green name, by the way, you guys are in there. Let me show you just how quickly to do this. It is very, very simple and very, very easy. So you can see the Discord. Here is the chart request. So what you've got here is if you do /, you've got all the bots. If you bring this bot up here, the Coin Trends bot, you can see that it's got loads of stuff on it. So let's say, for example, you want to grab a chart. So you would do /C, enter. It's then going to bring up, oh my God, not that one. /C, enter here. And then it's going to ask you what parameters you want. So let's say you want to look at XRP. Type XRP. What that's going to do is it's going to go away, do its little thinky. It's going to come back and it's going to bring you the chart up. All right. So you can do it for a number of different things, but you'd have to do /, go into it. And it'll do you things like Forex rates. It'll do you things like, man, what will it do? Price action, news, memes, liquidations, any information. You can also get some trading ideas, maybe what it thinks, heat map in terms of whether the market's pumping, dumping, or much, much more. Gas fees, flows, everything you could possibly imagine. But if you do / and then what it is. So, for example, you could do /trending, enter. And what this is going to do is bring up the current coins that are trending. So you can see here, Sui, Lighter, Virtuals Protocol is the 3rd highest trending on CoinGecko right now. And then you can maybe take this information and say, hey, well, I think this is great. And I'm going to go and take a look and see what's going on. Not financial advice, but again, you can sort of see there. James, it's my free Discord. If you go into my bio, you will get a link to my free Discord. It is free, by the way, totally free. And if you sign up now, I thought I'd set it up where you go into the Discord, you click start here, and you do /verify. And then if you do /verify, then it should then bring you up so that I can see you verified, and then we let you into the main group. Because we were getting some people coming in, they're like, oh, I'm going to sell you some Solana, it's going to be cheap, and all this kind of nonsense, right? So we're trying to upmarket it a little bit, but you should be able to type in there, and you should be able to do it all. So let me know if you can, by the way. What's your prediction for BTC high this year? I'm staying away from predictions at the moment because I think that it's too difficult to depict. I'm still bearish long-term, bullish short-term. Okay, does that make sense? So, yeah. There you go, Craig. Look, Craig's all over it. Good job, Craig. Good job looking at Shiba Inu. So, 200k plus. Wow, one time. I mean, look, if you're in a narrative, you say, I think the bull market's on, then yeah, you could be like, hey, let's absolutely full max send it to where we want to get to. I want to see us break into that. My bull market go or no go zone. That's what I'm looking for. If we break 101,376, then yeah, I'll be like, hey, I think we could see 150, 160k on BTC, but we've got to break that line. We've got to break that line for sure. He will need to hitchhike across the US and camp outside his Crypto Homes in the building. What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. BetaMax, good evening, 2-bit. What's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Corn Kid says, let's go. Let's do it. Let's enjoy the ride. I'm down for it, by the way. 249. Oh, Tim, I'm super bullish on that. Your thoughts on Fala? No idea what that is, if I'm honest. Is it like a DeFi player? If it is, we can take a look at it, by the way, if you want us to take a look at the chart. I'm all for looking at some DeFi coins. I'm all for it, baby. It's very quiet in the DeFi space, actually. But oil, one time. Why you think oil's going to go up? I mean, it probably is going to go up in the short term, right? Long term, you're probably going to... It's definitely a short-term trade, I would argue. Definitely a short-term trade. Okay, let's bring up the DeFi charts. Interesting enough, by the way. And again, so many people think it's me. It definitely is not me, FYI. But yeah, Marbit's pumped again today for some reason. I don't know. Look at this. I did like $1,000 of buys coming in. Which is kind of wild in fairness, but yeah, I mean, I have no idea why, but hey, if they want to keep pumping it, then fine, they can crack on. So, right, Phala, P-H-A-L-A. Is this a new coin on Solana? I mean, it looks, I mean, I'm assuming it's on CoinMarkup. It looks terrible on there. Oil will come down, BMX, yeah, insider trading, easy money for 2-bit. It really isn't. Honestly, you can check my wallets. Oh, Phala Network. Yeah. From taking over one of the richest countries in the world. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna help run the country. 2.64 cents. Where do I think this? Oh man, look at this. What do I think of Phala Network? If it's got some kind of insane bullish news that's gonna drive it, great. The chart looks terrible. Its all-time high was 141, so it's miles off. I mean, it's not. Oh yeah, 97%. Yeah, I just won't touch this with a barge pole. I look, and again, it's all relative though. If you bought the bottom, then fine. But I think people just have to be cautious, in my opinion, like of hype and you know, look at VRA for example. Loads of people were like, oh, it's going to be brilliant. It's just absolutely turned out to be a disaster. Disaster. Nadal, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Bing X for super leverage. Yeah, they're UK based as well, I think. 300 billion barrels of untapped oil in Venezuela, more than Saudi Arabia. That's true, BetaMax, yeah. Difficult to get out, by the way. But yeah. Enough to last America 60 plus years. Can you look at Turbo? Yeah, of course I can. Turbo. This is kind of, yeah, your questions, your charts. Let's chat through some coins. Let's, you know, get through them. I'm down for that. I'm down for it. Go look at Hal. Halliburton, okay. What's your take on prediction markets? Don't use them. Never have used them. Never will use them. The fact that they seem to be completely insider traded means I will never ever use them. The crypto market's challenging enough, let alone then going and betting on where I think the market's going to go. Like, that's insane. So yeah, don't like them. Don't feel like they've got, yeah, I just don't know if there's a place for them at all. I mean, obviously there is, but yeah, man, Turbo looks a little bit sad, doesn't it? It looks a little bit sad. I'm not close enough to this community, by the way, to give it a real view, but I guess when you are about 30% from your launch price and you broke a zero and got listed on Coinbase, tough one. TJ, yeah, I can imagine so many people feel that way. So many people were let down by that project. So many people. Going to start using a bot for this year. Fair play. If you get one that works, let us know. Like I said, occasionally I've done, we talked about this yesterday, grid trading, occasionally, but not loads, actually. Not loads. But yeah, I mean, again, it's all relative, isn't it? You know, if you bought the bottom, the trouble is, look at the upside versus the downside risk here. So your upside potential, if you bought the bottom right now, is around 55%. Your downside risk is enormous, though. That's what you got to weigh out, and especially with DeFi, you're either going early on something, and great, you hope that it's going to do something, but you take a significant amount of risk, or you try and play the momentum trade. Is kind of my view, but yeah. That's where I get to. I mean, BTC coming back a little bit now. I mean, you know, pre-market data looks like we could get further moves. I mean, there's nothing that's going to derail the markets tomorrow that I can see. Fed barking speech, nothing crazy. We don't get anything that's worth really talking about, if I'm honest. Wednesday, we're going to get some job data. Again, that's kind of going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be super crazy. Thursday is pretty flat, but a bit of initial jobless, which looks like it's going to be pretty bullish, but there's nothing really going to derail the markets other than exhaustion of bulls, and people just go, right, I'm just going to take some profits and dump this thing. But I feel like that's kind of what we've been seeing, where, you know, we've been seeing this kind of profit taken down to the 20-day exponential moving average. If you think I was talking nonsense at the start of the stream, look how important this 20-day exponential moving average here is on the 30-minute. If you're a momentum trader, that's what you're looking at doing, by the way. So again, that would have come down. It's literally retested the 20-day and bounced off again. So you could argue right now, while momentum sits above this line, you would expect price to continue to the upside. If it breaks below the 20, then, you know, potentially we could see some downside momentum come in. But right now, I mean, yeah, BTC is pushing a little bit. So let's go. Let's send it. I'm down for it. Welcome in, everybody. Man, everyone's super bullish on markets. I love it when markets are good. Like, loads of people are dead interested about what's going on. But yeah, welcome in. Shout out to everybody tuning in, by the way. We've got like, what have we got on here, TikTok? Like 100, no, like 68, nearly 70 people, 120 on YouTube. So shout out to everybody, by the way. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget, I live stream every day of the week except Saturdays, and take your questions, try and dial the markets in, keep you up to date, all that good stuff. You know, we're doing it. We're here for you guys. We're here for you. Turbo's blown. Tomato Pete says, "Too bad you're expecting a bullish 26." Look, my until we hit until we hit the bull market, go or no go. My two scenarios are this: we could even see BTC rally up to this and reject and come all the way back down and head to the bear market. Right? That's still a play. Why? The 200 and the 100-day exponential moving average are still bearish. All right, still bearish. You can't deny it. They're still heading down. We could equally go up here, break this, retest, and come back down and skyrocket and head into 2026. If we see that, so my two synopses would be, if we break the 100K mark with volume support, with a retest push to the upside, strap in. You're probably talking way bigger than where we got to, 150, 160. I think if you break that, you know, previous all-time high, you'd expect that to get pretty wiped quickly. If not, and we come back down, then, you know, expect a relatively shallow bear market, 75, 76K. I think it all depends on, for me, probably what happens at this level, what happens at macro level. You see. My opinion. John says, so no TA on the coin there. Do you know how to do TS? What? You want me to do TA on this particular chart? I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't think you need to, like, be weird about it, but yeah, I can, like, what do you want me to TA on it, though? That's the challenge, isn't it, here? I mean, you could say, well, you know, the lower support would be here, for example. So that's historically low support. So you've bounced off that support line. The problem you've got, though, is you got the double bottom. So you could argue, I guess you could maybe argue and say, maybe it's going to push to the upside. What's the difference, though, in April 25 versus where we are right now? You know, that's kind of where my view would be. But like I said, you're 30% up from launch. You've got a descending channel here that, I mean, you could argue it's broken. I mean, you are literally clutching at straws, though, with this. Here would be my question to you. Are you in it or looking to get in it? That's probably where it becomes a different point. So two scenarios play out here. It has broken the downward channel. It is aligned to Ethereum, so you've got a push on Ethereum as well. Maybe it continues to the upside, but it's got weak volume. Look at the volume that pushed it on the previous move here. It's nowhere near that right now. So your volume is half of what pushed this price. So you could argue maybe get a wick up, 203, but yeah. I think it's a challenge based just on where it is right now. And actually, it's consistently been going down now since July. I think it's a challenge, in my opinion. Greenstone, Kansas. What's going on? Gen Zik, XRP. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. What's going on, Vern? Thank you so much for the heart, Maze. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it. End for Gains in the house. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen you. What's going on, bro? Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Man, all the OGs are out. Let's get it. Oh, look, Craig's app. Oh, yeah, look, everyone's using the bot. Let's go. Okay, guys, you got it. Cool. Bullish on you guys. Bullish on you guys. Okay. Man, why can no one verify in that chat? That's super annoying that you guys can't do it. That's super annoying. I don't understand why it, I don't understand why you guys can't verify in there. That's like the most annoying thing in the world. Oh, someone did. Oh, there you go. You verified. Yes. All right, cool. Winston verified. You didn't verify. So, okay, well, someone else did. Fine. That means I know it. That means I know it works. That means people just aren't verifying themselves, which probably means that they aren't really who they say they are. Let's go. Okay, cool. That does work. Right. Bullish. Good news. Don't get too excited yet. Still have a lot of factors to see a major pump, though. It is nice to see it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unrusted Rat, we've said exactly that. H-bar. Okay, let's talk about Pengu first, and then we'll do H-bar. Man, Pengu is super interesting right now. Super interesting. Let's do the 3-day chart on Pengu. Broke the 20-day exponential moving average. Look at the difference here. Look at the volume candle on Pengu. Now, you have to be mindful. Meme coin markets are the most frivolous markets out there, but you know, Pengu is starting to potentially move back to the upside, as well as the broader markets. Are people going to choose Pengu? Are they going to choose Pepe? Are they going to go old school and go Shiba Inu? Like, you know, we'll see. Pav says, you need to fire up the app first before you click the link. I made 1742 on bits in the past. Nice, Unrusted Rat. Love it. I love the fact that it's you that's doing it. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Bullish on you. Discord, that is. So, as in, do I need to type? Oh, I pressed the Steam button. I didn't mean to press the Steam button. Do I need to put something else in there that says, how do you fire it up, though? Surely, is it not just there? What do you have to type? I should really just do this better, shouldn't I? But what do you put in to make sure it works? I thought you just did the whole thing and then you typed it in as that. Just tip, otherwise it goes funky. Just load up Discord. Ah, right. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So yeah, I probably need to have the Discord open into a landing page, don't I? That probably makes sense. Right, yeah, I need to probably have a look at that. Sorry, right, Pengu, yeah. I mean, look, above the 20-day exponential moving average. Again, a breakout from this downward channel that we've had since October. So, you know, Pengu might do something. It's up today, 4%. Nice little move yesterday. For me, it's always about whether we see sustained move in the market. So, yeah, we'll see. Charlie says, do you think crypto is finished? Everyone's saying don't touch with a barge pole. I disagree. Yeah, like, who's saying it's... I mean, unless you're in sort of Forex groups, I think, look, loads of people will... Oh, Daniel, what's going on, bro? Yeah, loads of people are in a world where they're like, you know, crypto's going nowhere, like crypto's done and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's fine. Let them have their view on the markets and you can have their view on us. Do I think crypto's going no? No, it's too big to fail now, my opinion. That's all for me, or it defaults to the web page. All good though, don't stress. Okay, cool. Yeah, basically, I just wanted to make sure that when people actually go to our Discord, that they have to do something to get in. And I couldn't find something for ages and ages. So it's great that if that's you that's then done it, then brilliant. I know it works. Then that's just whether people are choosing to do it or not, in my opinion. So I'm bullish on that. Right, H-bar. Yeah, you asked about H-bar. $3.80. Now, H-bar is an interesting one. It's a little bit lower than other altcoins. Right now, a key level, by the way. So you want to see this probably break a little bit higher. 13.4 would probably signal that you could expect to see a little bit more of a bullish move on H-bar. It is, like we said, a little bit behind. It is a little bit behind where we probably would want it to be short term. But yeah, you probably need to see this come a little bit higher, in my opinion. 3.4. Sorry, 13.4. And then I think you could see it move. I don't know too much in the background, by the way. I'll have 2K in bits and it paid off. Nice. I mean, fair play. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild that people keep buying it and selling it. Like, it's insane. But Yeah, shout out to yeah, like here, look, they're just like, yo, just like pump it and then Dumperino. Dumperino. The old school say crypto is finished. Yeah, it's true. Too bad. I believe Venezuela owns 240 Bitcoin. Maybe will the Bitfinance takes it. Venezuela owns allegedly owns 600,000 Bitcoin. Allegedly. Good. I mean, the Discord. I just want people to be. Chatting away in there. Like, I think when we start to get stuff cooking in that Discord, it's super bullish. By the way, lots of lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. That's fine. It's fine. Unrusted. I'm cool with it, bro. I'm totally cool with it. Totally cool with it. So yeah, but yeah, all right, that's cool. So you can do it. It's dead simple. You go in there and follow the commands I've put in there, and if you do it, then you get a new verified badge, and then I'll come and take the verified badge away from you. So have you been able to do it, Perpetual? Because when I see here, it just shows you as unverified still. So can you do that command and it's fine, it works, or not? Thoughts on Pepe high in the bull? I mean, I'd like to see it break 2 zeros, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I would like it to break 2 zeros. I mean, what's the market cap right now of Pepe? Pepe is 2.8. So yeah, I mean, it's a big old move, isn't it? I'd be bullish on it though. I'll be bullish on it. Hopefully we get some solid moves. Like I said, memes generally do it. But yeah, look at Fear and Greed back up. Alt season's still pretty flat, but yeah. You never know who to believe. So many YouTube videos saying BTC is finished. Yeah, I mean, look, you're always going to get that. It's the same, the same as everyone thinks the world's going to end and all that kind of stuff. You just got to, my opinion, by the way, this market is not for the faint-hearted. You've got to really work hard. Like if you want to do a good job in this market, work hard. Join and I am shilling my Discord, but that's because we've got an amazing community of people that just want other people to succeed. Like there's no animosity. There's no weird thing. Just understand when you join the Discord, there's loads of like DMs. People can't DM you from within the Discord. So be clear about that. They're not coming from within the Discord. It's actually turned off. So you cannot DM, I don't believe, from the Discord. So for example, if I'm in the Discord and I see your name and I'm like, I'm going to DM those people, you can't do it. You can't do it. So, yeah. Cryptovarius, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. I'd like Pepe to drop 4 zeros. Yeah, me too, Jeremy. Down for that. I'm for longs right now. Crow loaded, Line, Doge, and BTC all in profit. Let's go. Fitting crypto. Love that. Love it. Trump, WATS, Colombia now. Nice. Michael says I'm buying. Nice. Nice, bro. Yeah, so I'm looking to see whether you are... I'm hoping that you follow that screen, get the code, type the code in. It's a little bit complicated, but again, it should make it a bit more difficult for people to get in. We'll see. It's going to all crash in April. Oh, no. Let's hope not. Why would it crash in April? So do you download Discord app on the phone? Or is it... No, you can download it on the phone. I have it on my phone. Andy Baby, yeah, you can get it on the phone. You can do it on the internet and on the phone. I think it's easier on the phone. And then just get the link from any of my videos, in fairness. They're all there. And then you just click the link, takes you over to the Discord, and then you just follow the verification process in the start here, which is relatively straightforward. Yeah, the Marvits thing. Yeah, the Discord's, that's why we've put this thing on it. The Discord's way different. So general chat in the Discord's kind of cool. Like, it's probably a little bit quiet, but it's building. And I think now we've got rid of some of the, choppers that are in there, then it should get better. And then if you want to become a channel member, then you get access to the kind of premium group where there's got chat requests, alpha calls, trade signals, all that kind of stuff. You get access to the bot that we've got in there as well that you can use, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you are interested, then worth doing, in my opinion. So 2-Bit Crypto Crew, it is Mr. Lambo's in the building. What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Have you ordered yours yet? That is the question. And once you have verified, you should then not be able to see the start here bit. So yeah, hopefully you guys can do it. I pay someone for advice. We will see a lower high on BTC over the next month and then a correction. Okay, why do you pay someone for advice? Just out of curiosity. That feels wild if you do. I mean, fair play to you. I mean, great. I mean, if we see a dump in April, then fine. Then fine. Going to the moon right now. It feels like it. Feels like it. If you need to type in the help chat, by the way, if any of the new people, you can type in help, I believe, and then that'll come up. But I see some people trying to type in here, and it's not. Why is it not working? I don't understand. Oh, my Cybertruck. Let's go, Crow. Oh, man, that'd be ace. I haven't seen a Cybertruck, actually. Green will be mine. Greenland, the US. Oh, man. Right, let me put the Discord over here because I'm just keeping an eye on what you guys are doing. Someone has verified, so I know it works. Cheaper to spend 120 than buy. I mean, that's true. That is true, in fairness. That is true. Yeah, don't get excited about the crypto running up right now. It'll pull back. It's going to take a month or two or more. Maybe. We said that, didn't we? We said that. Why the big pump on XRP today, 2-bit? Well, you've got low liquidity on exchanges. Lots of it was sold off. You know, they don't hold a lot on there. And yeah, I mean, just people are getting bullish with the whole Swift thing. I think people are like, oh my God, man, we're going to the freaking moon. So we'll see. We'll see. You don't need to verify. Winston Smith, you're already verified. You're in. Don't worry about it. You've now got access to the full group. It's only the you are already a member. So you are verified. Good. People now celebrate the streets of Venezuela. Yeah, I saw that. Altcoin, Alvin in the house. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the channel. It's all about being profit, but yeah, that's 100%. That's 100%. One time says I have over 10 BTC and I'm not selling April. There you go. One time is bullish. One time is bullish. Okay. Okay, right. So you've not verified. You've not verified. You haven't. So why have you guys not been able to do it? I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't mean you should sell. Just another opportunity. I mean, that's true. That's true. I always think though, it's like, why would, you know, what's the, and I think so many people get hung up on charts. They're like, yeah, the TA tells us they're going to sell. I think you've got to look a bit deeper on some occasions as well. I think it's important to reference that, but yeah. So why, oh man, this Discord thing is kind of stressing me out a little bit. I'm still finding it difficult to get verified. Hey, 2-bit, want to call me after? Yeah, I can do, mate. Yeah. What time is it? Oh my God, it's nearly 10 past 10. Yeah, I can do. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. Your thoughts on ICP and Filecoin? I mean, I heard some pretty good news about Filecoin, but ICP, I've been saying about ICP for a while. I think it's, yeah, I'm not super confident that ICP is going to run hard. I mean, 383 is a long way down from its 10 bucks that it sort of randomly pumped out of nowhere. So, yeah. And Filecoin, I think, look, if it can get some broader adoption, I think it's probably going to be, you know, it'll probably be all right. I just think right now it's probably not in that world. Your thoughts on that in. So just, man, I don't know if people are in this stream. I'm sorry about this. I do want to show people how you do this. Oh, that's annoying. That's not come up actually. What? Why is that not come up? Okay. So if you are trying to verify here, you do /verify. Yeah. And it says verify yourself on the server. And then it comes up here and you have to click the code. Just if everyone's curious, you click V code and then enter. Oh no, why is it saying that? Oh no, hold on a minute. You slash, yeah, so you do slash verify, then it brings up the V code thing. See, it should bring a code up there, look. There we go. I'll type it in there. And then you take this code here, 32737, and you do slash verify V code, and then you type the code in 32737, and then it'll verify you. Like, super easy. That's literally how easy it is to do it. Maybe I just need to rewrite that bit. Maybe I need to rewrite that bit. Anyway. Oh man, that's super annoying that it's done that. Super annoying. Okay, let's let me just change this to this. Okay, cool. Cool, right. There we go. We're good. We're back. Tim says, Blazing Nip, under 8 subs, do you do a lot of lives? Oh, cool. Blazing Nip. That's a great name, by the way. Blazing Nip. Oh, man. Bullish on that name, for sure. For sure. Yeah, right. Let me dismiss that. Do I need to do it as, like, pictures, do you think, Craig? Is it? I mean, I just don't understand why it's that difficult. I don't know why it's so difficult. Anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully people can work it out. Maybe I need to get a bit more clarity on it. But I feel like it's just like should just be easy, like slash verify. And it should then just come up. Okay. I don't know if I... Trump wants to take over Cuba. Yeah, I know that. Beatrix, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Kiana, thanks for the follow as well. Man, everyone's coming in right now. Let's get bullish. Let's get around. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Maybe I need to change this. So we do step 1, type slash verify. And then I'll put in brackets, press enter. Oh, I did it wrong. That's it. And then step 3. Do slash verify enter. Click on V code and enter the code from the pop-up. There we go. Right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is that. The market's right now looking pretty bullish of where we sit. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we continue to see a very, very, very good news story here on the markets. Again, I think time will tell. Certainly, optimism feels like it's there. We could definitely further see some pushes up in the market, which is going to be good news. And hopefully, we will get that to continue furthermore to the upside as well. Yeah, so you've done it. So whoever that is, Andy Baby. Oh, Andy Baby, you did it. Oh, bro, it's super easy. Yeah, so there you go. So now you become a member and you just, boom, you got instant access now to our, the text channels, everything else. Like, welcome in. What a legend. What a legend. It's like super simple and super easy. Did you follow the steps on the screen? Yeah? All right. Okay, man, if you've done it, then everyone can do it. Right. As always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. We appreciate you as always. Lots of people tuning in. If you want to stay up to date with this market, don't forget, do jump in the Discord, by the way. It is dead simple to get in, hopefully. Just follow the instructions when you get in there. Hopefully, it's dead easy to do. But Andy got in, which is good news. And don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time. Look out for some content. Remember, Bitcoin macro updates drop at 11:30 UK time, AM. And then about 4:30, we get altcoin news in the afternoon. So if you're bullish on all those sorts of things, make sure the like button, make sure the subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. And as always, don't forget, jump in the Discord, grab that channel membership, do all of that good stuff. I'm out of here until tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Take care.